everyone, it's Mr. Brailsford here again. I've got another video for you. I'm going to talk about slide technique with you today because it's something that you can spend quite a lot of time on. Apart from playing music, you can examine what you're doing and how you're trying to do it and develop quite a good technique. So here we go. First of all, you need to use 2 fingers and your thumb on your slide. Yeah, just in the center part of the slide there, so you've got a good hold on there. Your move, when you're moving the slide, needs to come from your elbow, so that when you're moving your slide out, you can see that the elbow is extending. Okay, you've got to keep your head still as well, so when you're moving around, your head doesn't move when your slide moves. I think you've also got to try and make sure that your arm feels separate to the rest of your body, so that your arm moves independently from your body. It's really quite good, that is. I mean, if you're moving your slide and your head's moving around all over the place, then you'll jar your embouchure. Another important thing is making sure you keep your slide lubricated. Lots of you have seen me with this super slick slide spray and the super slick cream. Make sure that you clean your slide off once a week. So you take your slide off, yeah, the outer slide, you wipe off any residue, you put the slide back on, and then you put a tiny little bit of cream on what we call the stocking of the slide, which is down at the bottom. Little bit of cream, rub it in, and then spray some water on. The slide will move really well then, and because of that, just do mine. Yeah, because of that, when you do these exercises and start thinking about slide technique, everything moves properly. Okay, so let's have a little look then at what it looks like. So we've got our head in a good position, we've got a good posture. We're going to move from a B flat in first position out to a C, and I'm thinking about my arm moving separately from my body, and I'm trying to keep my head still. If you do that using a variety of notes, maybe 5 notes up in your scale, then you get an idea of what's it like to move the slide nice and smoothly. Okay, so moving on now, how can you practice it? Well, I've talked about scales, I've talked about keeping your head still, I've talked about keeping the arm separate from your other movements. A good thing to do, I've got one of my daughter's books here. I'm going to try and put this book on my head, and if it stays up there, especially since I haven't been to the barber's for about 5 weeks now, my hair's probably going to be alright, but I'm going to put the book there, and it really does focus you in on trying not to move your head if you've got a book on your head. So there you go. I'll just recap those things. 2 fingers and your thumb on your slide for a good comfortable hold. Making sure that you move from your elbow, not from your shoulder, just from your elbow. Making sure that your arm feels separate from your body when you're playing and moving notes. Also keeping your slide lubricated. One thing that I haven't mentioned, but I'm going to drop in here, is your wrist. If you're thinking about going to 7th position, you'll need to extend your wrist so that you go first position, 6th position, and here we go. I just extend my wrist and it allows me to reach the bottom positions. Okay, well, I hope you're all okay. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall think about what the next video will be that I release for you. All the best. Bye-bye.